I'm Akasha and welcome to my channel. And if you're subscribed, welcome back. I appreciate you being here. Thank you. All right, so jumping right in, I just needed to say the things that I have to say on my platform is not just me trying to find something to say. I have so much information inside of me that I want to share with you all. And trust, I was ready to jump in, but Spirit was like, hold up. I need you to start right here. I was specifically guided to start with healing mother wounds. And I'm like, okay. But in hindsight, it actually really makes sense because, as we already know, we're in the middle of spiritual warfare and we have to strengthen and fortify ourselves. And to be able to do that, we have to go back to our foundations, which are in most cases laid by our mothers. So healing those wounds is going to lay a solid foundation for us to be able to move forward and be unshakable. And the purpose of my last video was to come full circle when it comes to healing mother issues and doing what we needed to do to ensure that we do not repeat the same cycles with the next generation. And many of us, we are here to break generational curses. So when speaking of mother issues, oftentimes we're so focused on what our mothers did that we miss the reason or the energy behind why they did what they did. When we look at the different perspective of how their inside world was, not only can it help us to be more forgiving, not just for them, but most importantly for ourselves, but also so that we can be aware of what we need to do to make sure we do not continue the same cycle with our own children. Now, I wanted to touch on some of the comments that were made on my last video speaking about how our mother's mental health and happiness contributes to her children's well-being. A lady had made a comment saying that she had a mother that was like the one that was described in the video, and she said that she's thriving emotionally and in life. And I thought that was a very important comment because even if our mothers do lay a shaky foundation for us, regardless of their reason, we still have a choice to stay on that path or plot a different path than the one that was laid out before us. That's called being a trailblazer. And being a trailblazer in any situation can be challenging, but it's definitely still possible. And the result of doing so is you coming out stronger and more resilient. That diamond, you know, they say diamonds are formed under pressure. Now, the whole concept of actually healing wounds versus just ignoring it or burying it deep inside is important because simply hiding it away only makes room for it to show itself in another way or in another place. For instance, if you've been through a bad situation with your mother and then you as a parent, you successfully do everything in your power to make sure you do not make the same mistakes as your mother, only to find that you'll make all new ones, which even those can still be corrected. But the point is you can save yourself some time, energy, and pain by simply going in and healing it and then moving forward. And I said simply because healing is not always simple. But the point is it's just focusing on healing it and then moving forward. You can think of a wound like a damaged seed. A seed that is damaged will produce damaged fruit. You can try to hide it deep down in the soil, bury it deep down in there, but that's only going to make it even more likely to grow damaged fruit. You can even try to toss it away somewhere else in your garden, only to find that it'll take root somewhere else in your garden. The key is to heal the seed itself, and then it just might have the chance to grow into something even more beautiful than initially planned. I have personally experienced each one of those options in that metaphor, so I've been there. You're not alone. There was another comment that was made by a man that basically stated that it was selfish for a woman to put her happiness before her family, her responsibilities, or her duties. This mindset is one of the main reasons why women do not care for their mental health, their well-being, or their happiness, because they're made to feel guilty for doing so, and they're made to feel as if they're being selfish, when in reality, that's the best thing they can do for their family. How can you pour into anybody else's cup when you're depleted? How can you give quality energy when you're not tending to the quality of your own energy first? If you're on a plane and it's crashing, the first thing you're supposed to do is put on your own life support before you try to help somebody else, even your kids. And of course, this has to be done with balance. I'm not saying to completely neglect your family or your responsibilities, but you must first fill yourself up with that good quality energy so that you can pour good quality energy into your family, your loved ones, and your responsibilities. So, in closing, when it comes to those who say caring for your mental health and your happiness is selfish, don't allow anybody, any man, any woman, any boy or girl with this mentality to stop you or make you feel guilty for caring for yourself. You owe that much to yourself. Peace.